Hi there. You're watching this video because you may feel suicidal and you're from an intersex or sex diverse group. Now, there's such myths around what intersex is that it's such a variation. It's our variation in genitals, variation in hormones, genetics, our endocrine system, the way we physically present. Recent calculations that I did calculate probably sex diversity is about 10% of the population, not 1%. 1% was a figure I published, probably a 1 to 2% was a figure I published 24 years ago. And people caught on to that figure, but I've now recalculated it when we're taking in modern science and genetics. It's probably around 10% of the population, but we're so untalked about. We're not taught about in education, in any of those things, and we're also othered. In other words, we're not actually human beings, and the pressure we suffer, we may have enforced care that we don't want, enforced surgery. We may have care denied from us, and that's very stressful. You had surgery or care without your permission. You experienced poverty due to medical bills. You're incorrectly classified as a sex that you don't believe you are. You face discrimination constantly. You've been unable to change your documents, or your documents don't really reflect who you are. The layers of problems stack up, and often we're not allowed to talk about who we are. As a child, I was born with a genetic variation that I'm not particularly sensitive to androgens. But my mother told me I could never talk about that. And it was verboten. I was raised as a boy, and I kept telling them I'm not a boy. And I was told if you talk about it, you will be put in an institution. And eventually I was put in an institution, which was horrible. Trust me, I understand the frustrations that you may be going through that might be driving you towards suicide. The great family secret is absolutely horrible. No one wanted to acknowledge your difference at times, and the law keeps saying you're not allowed to mix with ordinary people. So there's so many pressures that can drive you to thoughts of suicide. But I want to tell you that you can have a wonderful life. And as an intersex person, I've had a wonderful life. I had to go through the traumas of transitioning as a teenager, but I've had a wonderful life. And many people I know who are intersex have had a wonderful life. There are lots of kind people out there that can help you. And if you are feeling or thinking about suicide at the moment, I want you to remember the purple walk. The purple walk. Now, the purple walk is WOC. Withdraw from the situation. Step down from the ladder and the noose. Step away from the bridge. Put the pills down the toilet, the knife back in the bottle. O, out of the situation you're in. Move location so you're in a different situation at this particular time. And then C, call for help. A helpline, your clinician, a pastor, a friend, a relative, always people who are understanding and friendly. Never people that point the stick and tell you you're not what you are and what you're supposed to be. Always go to support. Now, there are beautiful people out in the world, and there are many wonderful professionals, and we're here to help, and we are trustworthy, and we are kind, and we will help you. So if you are intersex and sex diverse now, you have a sex difference, a genetic difference, whatever your difference is, that means you're not the average person. Call talk to people. People will help you. Go in peace.